Great to speak with you today. So first of all, how do you like spy stories and what was the appeal for you joining this project?
Well, the Filippo story in particular is a story that I've sort of lived with. I'm 65, and when I was a teenager, this was all the news. This, Burgess and McLean sort of did their flit to Moscow when I was around 10, and Philby and the Fifth Man and Blunt all came after that, and we were always constantly fascinated by the idea of spooks and double agents. It was a real thing. It existed in our world. You don't really know what spies do these days. They're all kind of, I don't know where they are. I don't know who they are. But we sort of knew then that they were people who took photographs of things and handed over documents. Now you've got the internet. It must be much easier to be a spy. But at the time, it was always fascinating. And fascinating that people could either be ideologically driven or driven by money or driven by being slightly sociologically, pathologically bent. They're very fascinating characters, spies.
And what can you tell us about your character? What's his role in this show?
I play Roger Hollis. Who's the head of the MI5. There was a big kind of class divide between MI5 and MI6. MI6 being the foreign bit, and MI5 being the English bit, and MI6 is much posher. That's why they got Damien to play it. Yeah. And MI5 was much less posh, why they got me. And there was a kind of, it's like people who go to Oxbridge and people who go to red brick universities. There's always a bit of antagonism. Rather strange for a TV show to programme to premiere at a film festival. But there you go. That's the way the world is. There's a lot of snobbery about telly, and I think a lot of good telly is better than quite a lot of film. I'm of an age where this stuff was current when I was in my early teens. We were always finding new spies and hunting for the fifth man. So I've been kind of fascinated by this world since then. We tried to make a film about this as the comics about 30, 40 years ago, but we didn't get it off the ground. It's always been a fascinating character. Well, I play the head of MI5, and I looked him and I did a lot of research on him, and he was a very boring pen pusher. In a way, quite a lot of people were. They'd been soldiers in the war and they kind of moved into something and did a lot of and he's out of his depth. And it seems to me that the spy organisations at the time are constantly concerned with fighting double agents rather than doing anything else. The whole world's just about double agents, and I think he got a bit lost in it. I tell you, we recreated London streets in the middle of Greenwich Hospital with lots of old cars and buses running around in a circle, and the camera was situated such that you could only see the building, so it looked like old London. It was a fascinating thing. I've got bits of it on my camera, on my backbone. It was one of the exciting bits of filming.